Have you ever had a wish? Have you ever had a wish come true? I had a wish come true. Took me a few years, but it came true. A few years ago, starting there, I began watching a minister on TV called Joel Osteen. And little by little, I kept picking him up at one station or another. And he was saying sentences that I could remember and use. And I thought, this is really fun. So I stayed with him like 3 times on Sunday, 4 times if it's the night. He was all over. But he spoke to me. He spoke to everybody, but he spoke to me because his sentences I could remember and use, which is most important. And with that, I just stayed with him. But I got so much good out of what he said that like I have done with other teachers, mentors, whoever, has given me something that I could grow with. Well, I recreate them in marionette form. That's a puppet on strings. And I have been doing this for years. And having had a children's birthday party theater in Los Angeles. So I thought, and Spirit kind of helped me, why don't you recreate him in marionette form, because you want to say thanks anyway. And I thought, well, that's a great idea. And Spirit was also saying, Genii, you are a new author. You have a book. You're reading his books. Maybe he'd like to read yours. Oh, really? I hadn't thought of that. I just thought of the marionette. Why don't you combine them? And you're giving him a gift, not only 1, but 2. And you're going to have some fun with this. I thought, okay, that's what I'll do. Well, we didn't know how to get to him, because he's in Houston, Texas, someplace, in this huge church. But I have a new friend from Tucson, Diana, and she is a unity minister. And she was going, incidentally, to Houston over Christmas to be with her son and family. And, oh, hey, Diana, would you take my book to his church? Maybe you can give it to him. It's Christmas, you know, all that good stuff. She says, sure. So off she goes on her trip to Houston, and I'm here wondering what's happening. Did she get to the church? Did she get my gift? The marionette had already been finished. Took me about 8 weeks on him. And I'm sitting at the computer, and this ticker tape comes across. Would you like to meet Joel Osteen? I thought, whoa, Spirit. Of course. I just sent Diana the other way. The following paragraph said that he was going to be in, of all places, Phoenix. I'm in Sedona. It's right next door. And what's he doing in Phoenix? Oh, he's going to be signing his new book, Breakout. Oh, I get another one of his books. Because I've got almost all of them, I think, plus his tapes and all this other stuff. So Diana comes back, and I said, would you like to go to Phoenix? She said, well, I couldn't reach him over there. He wasn't there. I said, well, he's coming here. So we said, yes, let's do this. So on the 3rd of whatever month it was, the 2 of us got together. I packed up the marionette, looks just like him, cartoon form, and we packed it up, loaded the car, and we're off to Phoenix. He was signing books about at 7 o'clock at night, past my bedtime, but that was all. I'd stay up that night. Well, we got to Barnes & Noble, where they were doing all this book signing stuff. I'm getting excited. I'm getting real excited. Except that we were going to have to stand in a line with over 200-some people who also were excited to come and have him get his book and get it signed. But I have a friend here, Charles Betterton, and he was smart enough to call Barnes & Noble ahead of time and get a pass to get us in. And it worked. Larry got us in there. We didn't have to stand 3 miles away. And we even got a seat inside. We brought the puppet in, took it out of the suitcase, put it on a stand up where he was going to sign. He was on like a little stage, and then he had like a desk there. That's where he was going to sign this book that I was going to get. So we took the puppet, we put it over to the side so nobody was going to hit it and have it fall over. And from there, we just watched the action take place as his entourage and the store entourage helped us all the way. All of it, although they were saying, well, we can't do this, he doesn't take pictures, he doesn't do this. And I'm saying, Spirit, you got us this far, let's finish this trip. I want to meet this man. So we're sitting in, waiting for him to come. The line is really out there. And all of a sudden, the doors open, and here comes that face I have looked at for 8 weeks. He was aglow. This man glows. And I'm, Diana, here he comes. And he's going down the line, shaking hands with people who have been standing in line waiting for him, and we're just sitting there watching him go by. My gosh, I did capture him a little bit, and with the marionette, because all I have is pictures to use. We met through the evening, and finally somebody pulled us over and said, get in the line. You can go up and get his book signed. I've got my book to give to him. So they moved us past all the people, and here I am, dream come true. I'm standing in front of this man who is signing my book while I'm saying, Joel, you need to look at this book I wrote. It's about the second coming. Because I had heard him talk about that a few times. He grinned and shook his head, and then we were ushered off. Wow, that was really fun. But we hadn't got to the puppet yet. And so we waited a while, and people talked to us, and Julie of the store, she was right there with us. And pretty soon, they moved through all the people, all the books he was signing. I think his hand must have been tired by that time. So I get to go up again. And they're saying, this time, he's gonna get the puppet. Oh, okay. So I moved over to the side where he was standing in miniature, and I waited. People started coming around, taking pictures of him on, behind the desk. And as I took the puppet off of the stand, he came down off of his pedestal and grinning all the way, came over to me. Gosh, I'm talking about up close and personal. Here was this man who said all the good things that moved me forward. And he's looking at the puppet and grinning. And at that time, Spirit says, move the puppet, move him, because that's what puppets do. They need to move. I did. Pastor Joel was standing right next to me. I picked that puppet up so that the cameras that were flashing could get the face of the puppet and the face of the man that was going to get this gift. It worked. I was thrilled. But the best part was that standing in this teacher's aura, in his energy fields, that man, Joel, is just pure love. He's pure truth. And I'm going to cry. If you got a wish, don't lose it. Stay with it. And they said, well, if you had a magic lamp, you could just rub the lamp. If you have a wish, you are the lamp. And you're the genie in the lamp. We grant our own wishes with a lot of help from heaven. So that was Joel's book. And, oh, here's my book. It says something's coming. And it really is a city of light. I've been with this for 30 years, and it's now time to birth. Thanks for listening. Bye.